What's up, everybody? Max Whitman back again with Cato, live or not live in the studio, and we're going to be going ahead and putting together our storylines. So we're just going to kind of book 2 or 3 storylines today, and then book Impact, because if you watched last creative meeting, we made a whole bunch of offers to a whole bunch of guys, and we have to book an episode of Impact before we can see if any of those guys are going to sign with us. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to book May's pay-per-view. That pay-per-view is Turning Point. So we'll book our Turning Point show, and then we'll kind of work in reverse and come up with our storylines for that. We only have 2 episodes of Impact before we get to Turning Point. So we'll do a couple of storylines leading into Turning Point, and then we'll really ramp up our storylines once we know who we really have on the roster. So, Cato, let's go into our pre-booking here.
Yes, can't wait.
Where is pre-booking? Yo, I've been playing this game for like 3 years, and I still don't know where the buttons are. Where the fuck is pre-booking? There it is, pre-booking. Okay, so we're going to go to Turning Point here, and we're going to book a match here. So our main event of that night is Austin Aries against Pentagon Jr. for the world title. Now, I think, depending on who signs with us, well, actually, even if it doesn't, I think we should just unify the 2 belts here. So make this a title match for both titles.
Yeah. Unify
the belt, right? So, title unification match, right? We'll just call it that for now. At Turning Point, Pentagon Jr. versus Austin Aries for those titles, and then depending on who signs with us, we can either create another title or we can reintroduce the grand title with a different name, because I hate that title, but whatever. We need a tag team title match, so let's book that.
Do you want to do a regular 2-on-2 type match, or
do you want to add more?
I think we should spice it up a little bit. Maybe
okay.
A triple threat tag team match.
Okay. So let's do, how do we do this here? Here it is. 2 versus 2 versus 2.
Yep.
Okay. So let's put in, we need our champs, right? Let's go to teams here. So our champs aren't even really a team. Okay. So it's actually, no, singles. Are they upper mids?
I believe Eli Drake's an upper mid.
Oh, Scott Steiner. There we go. Yeah. So Scott Steiner and Eli Drake putting the belts on the line against. Now let's just go
OVE and Latin Exchange. That's fine.
Okay.
That's the only real tag teams we have.
OVE now, yeah. Now this could change if the Briscoes come in and Guerrillas of Destiny come in.
Exactly.
It might knock these 2 out and put those in, but for now, this is what we're going to go with. Okay? We need an X Division title match, so let's just put tag title match. Alright, save. We need an X Division title match. Now, the X Division, should that title always be defended in an X Division, like, what is that called?
Ultimate X?
Ultimate X match? Should it always be defended in that?
Nah.
Or should that just be like...
I feel like the X Division match should always have a stipulation. There should always be an X factor to the match.
Okay.
So...
Here's the one that I like. You got any ideas?
No. Only Destination X, I feel like, should have the Ultimate X match.
Okay. Here's what I like. I read there's a company in Australia. I don't remember what their name is, so I'm sorry. I can't shout them out. But... there's a company in Australia.
Okay.
They do what they call I think it's called the floodgate or something. Long story short, there's like a 10-minute time limit.
Okay.
At the end of that 10-minute time limit, if there's no winner yet, the match doesn't end, but they do what's called like the floodgate opens, and it lets one person, any person from backstage, run in and join the match. Now it's a triple threat match. And it adds, let's say it adds like 5 minutes to the match. At the end of those 5 minutes, if there's still no winner, the floodgates open again, and one more guy can join the match and enter.
Okay.
And it just continues that way until somebody wins.
That sounds awesome.
So I kind of like that as like an idea.
I think we should do that. Maybe that should be the opening of the show.
Okay.
What you think about that?
I like that. So, all right. So, now, what we'd have to decide...
How many?
is, well, how many, but also we have to book that out before the match actually starts. So we need to decide, are we going to use that idea? Like, are the floodgates going to open, or will this match be over in less than 10 minutes?
I think the floodgates should open, and I also think we should use that as one of our pay-per-view matches.
Like, for every match, or just...
No, I mean,
just
for one
for the X
pay-per-view,
division?
that sounds good to use.
So every match on that one specific pay-per-view would be that stipulation?
Just a title match.
Just a title match. Okay. Okay. So let's do...
Mainly for the X Division title.
Okay. So how many guys would be in this? Is the floodgate opening 1 time, 2 times, 3 times?
Let's do 2 times. Let's make it a 4-way.
So it's a 4-way. All right. So I can't do the road agent notes in this, but what I'll do is there's an option in there, and I'll show you when we book it. There's an option for either like limited involvement or late entry. Mm-hmm. So the guys that we want to enter late, we can actually set that so the game will recognize that they entered the match late.
Okay, perfect.
But for now, let's do a 4-way. All right, and it has to be Seidel, right? Matt Seidel has to be in because he's the champ. And who does he defend against?
Let's go to our main events.
Main event. Okay.
Let's put Edwards in there. Or Johnny Impact. No, let's put Edwards. Let's put Edwards.
All right, so Eddie Edwards is in. So they'll start the match.
Okay.
It'll be Seidel versus Edwards. And then entering the match late will be... Oh, let's see. Yeah.
I think... What about Moose and Sammy?
Sammy and Moose?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sammy will be the first guy in. Moose will be the second.
Yeah, that's good.
How many faces to heels we got? So that's 1 heel.
I think 2
1
each.
face.
Eddie's a face.
Where's Matt
I
Seidel?
think Seidel's a heel.
He's a face.
We got 3 faces.
Eddie's a face. Yeah, so it's not going to work. So either... we can take Moose out. Moose could go. And instead we could put in...
Homicide should be a heel, correct?
Could be... he's a face.
What?
Yeah, we got a lot of faces.
Let's go to the mid.
It could be Jimmy Jacobs. Mid card here. It could be Brian Cage. Is Brian Cage...
He's a face. Oh, he's neutral.
He's a heel.
Oh, he's a heel.
Alignment is heel. Is he in the tag team match?
No, he's not.
Okay. So it could be him. No,
let's put PD. Is PD Williams a heel or a face?
Face. God damn.
That would have been good to put PD in there.
All right. You know what? For now, why don't we?
How about we just put Moose in there and he'll turn Matt Seidel? Oh no, actually, look, take Moose out and let's add. Let's actually add PD Williams because we want to make him a heel regardless.
That's right. And honestly, this could end up changing depending on who signs.
Exactly.
Like if Jay Lethal signs, where's he at? You know?
Yeah.
Right now, Johnny Impact doesn't have a match. You know.
Well, do we want to use the angle of Impact and
possibly
Phoenix?
But would they... So maybe they're not wrestling on the card.
No, they could wrestle on the card just after
Impact and Phoenix. That's right. They would wrestle. Yeah. They could wrestle. That's right. We're going to get into that. It's a storyline. We're going to get into it. All right. So let's put Petey Williams in there. We could always change, whatever. Let's save that. And this will be the X Division title.
That like a good card in real life.
Yes. Okay. Let's book.
So we have all our titles.
Yeah. Now let's do Johnny Impact versus Ray Phoenix. Are they both heels?
Johnny needs to be changed to a face.
Oh, no. Ray Phoenix a face.
But is Pentagon a heel?
Oh, this isn't going to work. This storyline we're thinking of isn't going to work.
I think Impact needs to be a face.
Yeah, but Pentagon's a face too. Isn't he?
No,
Pentagon's a heel.
Exactly. We're going to turn
so
Phoenix.
Phoenix is going to turn.
Yep.
Johnny needs to be a baby face.
Yep. Which I think will work good with his personality anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's write that down.
All right. So Phoenix versus Impact. And let's make that change right now then. How's he playing a baby face? Yeah, he plays a baby. He's actually a better baby face. All right, now we do have to be careful because that's now 2 sudden turns.
Did we change PD already?
I think I set him to change, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So that's now 2 people that are going to turn suddenly. So the rest of our turns, if any, have to happen gradual.
Okay, that's understandable.
Okay, so we got 4 matches booked for this pay-per-view. I think we can kind of leave it at 4 for now, and then wait to see who we sign. I think it's enough to at least set our storylines. All right, so world title, and it is Aries versus Pentagon. All right, so let's add Austin Aries, Pentagon. Where are we here?
Well, should we put Impact and Pentagon?
I'm gonna put them all in the same one.
Okay.
So basically, and then we'll put Rey Fenix in here as well. So they're all gonna be involved in the same storyline. So, what's the idea behind this storyline? We'll do a short description so we know what's going on here.
Okay, so behind the storyline, we want to form Pentagon and Rey Fenix as a tag team.
Okay. So, how are we going to start this on?
We're going to start it by a match between Johnny Impact versus Rey Fenix. His brother Pentagon comes down to help Rey Fenix get the win over Johnny Impact. That's going to happen in week 1.
They're the heels, right?
They're the heels.
Is Phoenix a heel too?
He's a heel.
I thought Phoenix was a face and Pentagon was the heel.
Let's check it out. Well, let's finish writing it up first.
Finish that, yeah, because we may have to turn them then, but we'll
that could be a gradual turn anyway, so that could work.
That's true. Pentagon
is a heel.
Hold on, it's Impact and Phoenix, right? So Pentagon's a heel, so he could help Phoenix win. Phoenix is like, "What the hell? What are you doing? I can do this on my own," and it just gradually turns.
Big brother helping little brother.
Okay, so he helps Phoenix defeat Johnny Impact.
Week 1. Week 2, Johnny wants a rematch, of course.
So it's rematch.
He'll fight Rey Fenix again. Pentagon will come out again. But this time, Austin Aries will come, interject himself into that situation. Impact beats Phoenix. He's distracted by what's going on outside the ring.
Impact. He's distracted. How does Johnny Impact turn heel, though? He's got to turn...
Johnny's turning face.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Johnny's turning face. That's right. So actually, Johnny could turn babyface here.
With the respect
from
Aries.
Aries hops in, they shake hands.
Exactly.
Perfect. So that's the face turn there. So actually, it won't be so sudden. It'll actually have a 1-week build. This is perfect. That sets up Impact and Phoenix at 1 apiece, leading into Turning Point.
Yep, tiebreaker.
Okay.
Now, this also sets up Pentagon and Aries, because Aries will say, you know what? I'll put my title against your title. And if you win...
Aries says that?
Yeah, against Pentagon. And then that's how we'll have that one title.
Okay. Title for title. Cool. So that sets up... Yeah, that sets up Turning Point, the World title match, and the Impact Phoenix match. Let's start this storyline. I also want to add to this, though... Oh, no, that's a new storyline. Whoops. I want to add workers. I want to add Don Callis to this.
Okay.
That way, any match that involves the two of them that Don Callis is calling will count towards the storyline. It's a minor role, aligned with nobody, but it'll at least count then.
Are we going to put Josh Matthews in also?
It doesn't matter. It only needs the one.
Okay.
Basically, it just means that anytime there's a match, it'll count towards this storyline. I don't think it'll matter anyway because they're all facing each other.
Right.
So it won't really make a difference. Okay. Storyline number 2 was the X Division title, right?
Yes.
We need an X Division title storyline.
Now we have Matt Sydal, who's a face, and Eddie Edwards, who's a face.
Now, we don't have to have all... Well, Eddie Edwards is turning, right?
No.
Petey Williams is turning. Okay. Okay, so... Alright. So it's Matt Sydal and Eddie Edwards. Now, we're going to put those other guys in the match, but they don't necessarily have to be in the storyline if we don't want them to. They could just be guys that... Because they're coming in the floodgates.
Okay.
So they wouldn't really be in the story. They're just added guys to the match.
So we have to just decide if we want Eddie to win or Matt Sydal. Is he dropping the belt?
Is he dropping it to one of the guys that enters in late, too? I kind of like Sydal as the X Division champ.
I do, too.
So I think he should retain it anyway. But this could just be a standard good guy versus good guy top of it. So let's just do standard good guy versus good guy blowing each other with respect.
The below fest.
Yeah, they want to put on a great match. Whatever. So we'll do the same thing here. Sydal and Edwards, start that storyline. I'll add Don Callis to that so that any match they're in counts. It's kind of cheese in the system, but whatever. Okay, what was the other match?
The tag team match?
Yeah, we only had 4 scheduled, right?
Yeah,
and two of them are coming from one storyline.
Yep, and we had OVE.
So yeah, okay. So let's set up a tag team storyline here. Whoops. So, tag titles. All right, and we have. So it's Eli Drake,
Scott Steiner.
Yeah, Eli Drake, Scott Steiner, and who's the other one? It's Angel.
OVE.
Yes. Who's OVE?
That's the brothers, the Dave and I don't know the other brother name.
Oh, Dave Christ, and why do I think the other one was Jack?
Jake.
Yep.
Close.
Jake. I'm right. Okay, start that storyline.
I'm right.
And I need to add workers to this. Who is
LAX?
Which is I can barely see the screen here from my angle.
That's going to be Ortiz. Yep, Ortiz and it's not Homicide. I always want to see Homicide. There you go.
Where is he?
I don't see him.
There it is. No.
Santana?
Who the hell?
I think it's Santana.
Yes. And we gotta get Conan in the storyline too. So he's aligned with Ortiz. And we gotta get Conan in. Plays a major role, aligned with Ortiz. Alright, we need to change alliances here. So he's allied with Eli Drake. And Christ allied with the other Christ. Let's call them the Christ brothers. Dave, Jack, and Jesus.
Well, are we gonna put set up the trio in OVE with Sammy and the two brothers? I mean, that's what they are in real life. You got Sammy in the mat. Well,
Sammy who? Callahan?
Callahan, yeah.
He's with them?
In real life, yeah.
Oh, I mean, then yeah, I can put him in there.
It's like a big crew.
I didn't know that. Like I said, I know nothing about TNA.
I mean, that's if you want to, because, I mean, we don't have to.
I mean, are they...
They could pull down Sammy.
They could do what?
Like, they could pull down Sammy. We're pushing Sammy as one-on-one.
Yeah, you might be right. All right, so what is, like, the story here? Is there a story, or is it just...
No story.
Okay, so let's just do no story. Just a bunch of tag teams.
I mean, we could run an LAX versus OVE match that ends in double countouts. And
I mean, honestly, when I always book the tag team, until we get more tag team guys in, it's hard. Plus, we have 2 weeks. It's hard to build a story in 2 weeks. So really, to me, it's more just like, all right, let's just do like a number one contenders match.
Exactly.
Let's just figure it out, right?
2 countouts or 2 double disqualifications and triple threat.
The question: what is Jericho doing on this pay-per-view? I don't want him to be losing right away. So whoever he wrestles got to win.
Do you want to start to push?
I know what we'll do. What do you got?
Desmond to Xavier.
Yeah, it's exactly where I was going.
There.
So what if Desmond is he a heel or a face? Desmond.
He's a face.
I got Jericho as a face.
I mean, that's perfect.
Change Jericho as a heel. Though.
Well, no, you don't want to make him a heel if he's gonna be kind of patting him on the butt like, good job, try again this time.
Is he gonna pat him on the butt though, or what if Desmond's a cocky young heel, or Jericho is that arrogant older heel who doesn't want the young guy to commit? Jericho's got to win, obviously.
I think if we do that, it'll change gradually. I think it should change after the pay-per-view. Because either I feel like the young guy has to be the face. Because
he's a heel. Desmond's a heel.
Wow, you ruined it, Desmond. All right, well...
I don't mind that, actually, though.
Let's do it.
What if Jericho comes out, opens the first show by talking about how he bought the company, he wants to take it to new heights, yada, yada. Desmond comes out and says, you want to take it to new heights? I'm the guy that's going to take it to new heights. Blah, 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 whatever. They get into it. They have a match. Jericho puts him down.
I like it.
All right. So, let's pre-book for Turning Point.
Well, is that match happening? That's happening on the pay-per-view, correct?
I think so, right?
Yep.
I mean, it sucks that Desmond's going to lose his first big match, really. But just fighting Jericho...
It makes sense. He's 24.
Yeah. And Jericho's the babyface in there anyway. All right. So let's say that. Let's make that storyline. And then we'll be ready to book our first show.
I think that's going to be a really good story.
I think it's going to be a good one, too. All right. So, Jericho... Jericho doesn't like Desmond. Desmond is sort of a dick.
Cocky dick. Cocky dick.
Jericho don't like the cocky dick.
So he dicks him.
Battle of words ensues. Fight at Turning Point. Because I really feel like after Turning Point is when his shit's really going to kick off.
Yeah. We'll kind of have our roster set.
Right, we'll have our
ranking system. So,
we're really just kind of putting together to kind of see what we got in the next 2 weeks.
And I really think this is a pretty good pay-per-view. Honestly, with the tag team match maybe being the weakest one. But hopefully we can get some better tag teams in there.
Yeah. Let me add Don Callis. Although, again, like I said, I don't really think it's really going to matter because the interactions are going to be with the two of them. Now, we could have, whatever. We could have Jericho in a tag team match against whatever. Or maybe Jericho doesn't fight at all until Turning Point.
Yeah, I think he should come out and do a few promos, and, that's about it.
So we got 5 matches at Turning Point. The rest of the matches, honestly, if we want more than 5, we can just kind of throw some tag team matches together.
I think 5 is actually pretty good.
5's good,
That's
too.
a good number for us. They're all good matches. We'll push the other guys as we figure out who we have.
I think so, too. Okay, so that's this creative meeting. The next creative meeting, we're going to book that first episode of Impact. Like I said earlier, it'll probably be one of the only booking screens that we do as a creative meeting. But I think it'll be kind of cool just to get that first one out there. Cato's never booked a show before, so it'll be cool to see that process there. And then from there on, you'll see these creative meetings, but you probably won't see the actual booking just because I don't think it's really necessary. So, thanks for joining. Join us next time for our next creative meeting, and, I don't know, everyone after that.